reveal for all the people who attend Toastmaster today. Every cloud has a silver lining. For the past 20-something years I lived on this planet, I came to know one thing. Every cloud has a silver lining. And sometimes when the cloud is big enough, you get even more than one silver linings. I came to United States 8 years ago as an exchange student. And it was supposed to be an 8 month short and sweet program. So my primary goal was to learn English. And I have done some not so glorious things to learn English. For example, I watched the TV show Sex and the City for 10 times. I used to remember every line and every sentence in that show, including those shocking ones that you will never see in Chinese media. For a short while, I even called customer service so I can talk in English to someone. They are paid to be nice and patient so they don't mind my broken English. But soon I realized I was either talking to a machine or the agent's English is worse than mine. So I quit doing that. Sorry, can I take my notes? And as soon as I turned 21, I found a secret weapon that can boost my English almost instantly. Anyone want to take a guess?
Alcohol.
Well, yes, alcohol. You're right. So if you speak a second language, you probably know the feeling after you have a couple drinks. You stop worrying about the grammar, the vocabulary you choose, and the words just flow out. And you speak freely as you can.
I don't speak a second language, and I've had that effect many times too.
Yes. So the first year when I was in the United States, it wasn't easy. The city I went for the college I went was located in the city is called Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. It's on the border to Canada. And I can see the International Bridge whenever I was in class. If you have been there, you know it's a tiny, tiny city. The biggest mall in that whole city is Walmart. And I barely spoke any English. I didn't understand half of the lectures. I had to work twice as hard as American students to get the same grade. But someday I realized, despite all the cloud over my head, I did like the American culture. I liked the people I met, and I liked the education I received. I want to stay longer, but how? You know, in China, once you enroll into a college, there's no such thing as transfer. You're stuck there. You finish your 4 years education there, and you go somewhere else if you want to go to graduate school. So I never thought it's an option until one day a friend told me, "You dummy, it's America. You can apply as many schools as you want, and as long as they accept you, you can transfer." So that was almost the best culture shock I got. Well, of course, nothing tops Sex and the City. So I did transfer. After finishing undergraduate school in University of Wisconsin-La Crosse and a 2 years master program in University of Southern California, I decided to move back to Chicago. What can I say? I missed the down-to-earth Midwest people and the 9 months snow we get every year. Soon after I moved back to Chicago, I got a job in PricewaterhouseCoopers as a digital analyst. Everything went well. I like my job, I like the people I work with, but there's always something. And that something for me is called working visa. So as an international student, I have to have a working visa to work in the United States legally. So my company applied working visa on my behalf. 3 months later, I got one day I just came to work and I received this email, and with a shocking title. your application was denied. So just to give you some sidebar so you understand what's the chance. For me, with my education background and the company I work for and the type of job I'm doing, get a rejection is like you actually go buy a lottery ticket and win something. So it's super low chance. And somehow, I guess it's bad luck. Because it's super low chance and it just looks like pure bad luck, so my company appealed for me on my behalf again. But the appeal is a long, dragging wall, and you wait for a whole year to receive the result. In that year, I had to go back to school to keep my legal status, and while working as a part-time. I can't remember how many times I searched online in that year. Searched for what I should do after my working visa was rejected, how long is the appeal process, what's the next steps for me. But unfortunately, I didn't find much useful information. And no one shared their experience, or someone, they just never get an appeal result. Because as my lawyer keep telling me, try to lower my expectation, the appeal, the chance to win the appeal is like 2%. So she keeps telling me, don't worry, don't think about it. Just, it's a chance, we're gonna try, but don't put your hope on it. And we're gonna apply for you next year. So that's what we did. The next year, the bad luck didn't stop there. I didn't get in the lottery process. I wasn't selected. As the application is always went over the quota, so every year they select a certain amount of people to process their application. So the second application, I wasn't even get selected, no matter to say if there is a rejection or if there's an approval. So I was like, what am I gonna do? It's like a road blocked again. Sorry, did I move over that?
That's okay.
So the option was blocked again. But soon soon after that, fortune comes to my way. My appeal went through. It was a shocking news to me. In that whole year, since I was searching online all the time, I didn't find anything. And I decided to share my experience online. So I wrote this post and summarized everything I know. My post was picked up by several Chinese social media handles. And many people wrote to me, asked me further questions. I replied to every single one of them because I know how hard it is, and I wish someone had done the same thing to me. Then one day there's a girl from Washington, D.C. She wrote to me. She said, Echo, I just want to say thank you because your post is holding me through this tough time. Every time I want to quit, I think about what you said in your post, and I want to stay strong to see the silver linings. And in that year, I also got my puppy. Her name is Pepsi. Every time I say, sorry, I have to run, I need to go pick up Pepsi, people think I'm picking up a drink. She's a golden retriever, creamy color, very small, 40 pounds golden retriever. She has big round eyes, big round nose, and she loves attention. She sits down for everyone, invites them to pet her. She's the love of my life, and she's the joy of my life. If I don't have this, if it's not for the visa situation, I wouldn't got a dog. And it's hard to imagine raising a puppy from the scratch. It's my first dog in my life, raising her while working as a full-time. So every cloud has a silver lining. And when the cloud is big enough, you may get double. So I get to use my experience to help others, and I got my puppy. No one said life will be easy. They just promised it will be worth it. Thank you.